This video guide shares with you a creative experience called Curious Crayons. The creative challenge is to discover the history of crayons and try some new coloring techniques. Then you can choose to make a texture rubbing, transfer print, or penny spinner. The materials you'll need are crayons, scissors, and paper of any kind, but you might need some recycled materials depending on which challenge you choose. Our participate page for this experience is at tinyurl.com/curiouscrayons. Here you will find the links to everything you see in this video guide. Our plan today is to do a read aloud book, see how crayons are made, look at a crayon demonstration, and then choose one of the 3 Curious Crayon challenges. Remember that this plan is just a suggestion, and you can pick and choose what works for you. Hello! I'm going to share with you our participate page that you can find at tinyurl.com/curiouscrayons, and it will open up all of the links in this creative experience. You have the one-page PDF guide, and this may be how you started because you'll see the same tinyurl link right here. This is an overview of the plan and some of the links that are in the page if you wanted to use them directly. The first resource we have to share is a true story of Edwin Binney, who is one of the creators of Crayola crayons in 1904. And this story shows how he came up with the idea for crayons and where some of the thought process was in how to build, design, and make them, and the process of also coming up with all of these colors. So this was over 100 years ago, but is a true story. And the next thing we have to share is a short video from the Discovery Channel's TV show How It's Made. And this is just a clip over the Rose Art Factory. There are over 3 billion crayons made per year, and this one shows you a little bit about how that looks. So I'm going to scoot over. The crayons are made in very large batches and then are placed in crayon molds. And as they are then pulled out, the machine system continues to then wrap them in paper and goes through the process of even boxing them. So this is a short 5-minute clip from this episode, but it's really interesting to see. And even though this is the Rose Art Factory and not the Crayola factory, many of the crayon factories are very similar. I did include 120 of Crayola crayons and their names. This is an image, if you click in, it will zoom in and you can read the names of each of these crayons. Now these are the crayons that are in the 120 pack, and I included this so you would have a chance to think about how funny some of these names are, like Shamrock, or Razzle Dazzle Rose, or let's see what, Mango Tango. So you can take a look at some of these and think about, if you make your own color, what would you call it? Sometimes Crayola holds contests. For instance, if you hear in the book, there is a child that has named the macaroni and cheese crayon and even the robin's egg blue crayon. Back to the participate page, if you wanted to know more about all of the Crayola crayon history, they have a Wikipedia page that includes the years that those crayons were in production, because not every crayon that Crayola has made is still being made. For instance, I know that they recently let go of Dandelion, the 2017. So you can check this out if you want to. But we then have the Curious Crayon Challenges. Now this PDF shows you the penny spinners, texture rubbings, transfer prints, and crayon techniques. These 3 challenges are optional. You can see that there is a link straight to the video on how to if you wanted to see the instructions in a video form. Those videos are also in our participate page at the end. And the Crayon Techniques has its own video to show you 8 different ways that you can use crayons. Here's a blank page if you'd like to print it off. That is in our Curious Crayons PDF file right here. Here is the video to the 8 crayon techniques. And in this, it's just a guide to show you the 8 different ways that you can create. The Penny Spinners Challenge is a chance to make art that spins. We are going to make some spinning art. And you can experiment with colors, with sizes, the shape. The texture rubbings is a way to create texture. We are going to explore textures and then turn our papers. In the texture rubbings, you are getting a chance to build some different texture plates. You might have used these in an art classroom before. There is a number 2 because there's more on the second page. How to make transfer prints. Transfer prints are a really great and quick art activity that allows you to lift any drawing. We are going to learn out of wax. How to transfer crayon wax to papers in a creative. So all 3 of these challenges are open to you. Whoops. There we go. All 3 of these challenges are open to you, and you can choose if you want to do one or more of them. You can decide if you want to experiment or even just try the new crayon techniques and add some interest to your coloring. Have fun!